still 2,500 miles away, and a 4-game campaign comes to an end here in Las Vegas, Nevada this afternoon. It's your St. Joe's Prep Hawks versus the Campbell Hall Vikings here on the campus of Sierra Vista High School, competing in the Tarkanian Classic. I'm Gavin Heinerichs, joined by my color analyst once again for the last time this weekend, Dominic Schalk. Dom, how are we doing on day 3?
I could not be doing better. The Hawks finally got their first win yesterday against Corona Centennial. Got back after a poor performance day 1, and I think they're going to continue that momentum into today.
Yeah, I agree, Dom. The Hawks, great performance yesterday against Corona Centennial. Better defense, better offense, just all around better basketball for St. Joe's Prep. For Campbell Hall, the same thing, really. I mean, coming off of 2 pretty bad losses to Coronado and Rainier Beach from Nevada and Washington, respectively, in the first 2 games of this tournament, getting a win yesterday over St. Augustine from California, 75-64. So both turnaround games yesterday for both teams. Let's see who can even their record up in this tournament at 2-2, and who will go home 1-3.
Hoping for sure that it is not the Hawks.
Definitely. Hawks will be wearing their white jerseys. They've rolled with them this whole tournament. Campbell Hall will be sporting their navy blue.
Navy blue and yellow, that's a common combo, but it works well.
Campbell Hall comes into this game ranked as the 25th team in the state of California. Basketball, definitely a tradition at this high school. Won the state championships in 2005, 7, and 08.
Led by the Holiday brothers right there. All 3 of them attended.
Yeah, for Campbell Hall, it's really going to be senior guard Isaiah Johnson, 3-star, number 32nd player in the state of California. He's committed to Colorado University. And then outside of that, we have James Bass, the 6'10 big, who's going to UT Martin. Deuce Newt, a shorter, quick guard for the Vikings as well. And then, of course, some famous NBA players' sons on this team. Deuce Hamilton, son of Rip Hamilton, and Chris Paul, the second son of Chris Paul.
Owen Chamberlain takes 2 free throws to start the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Was that a technical maybe for dunking in warm-ups?
Oh, come on. Let him play. I mean, I'll take the points, but still.
It's going to be St. Joe's Prep basketball, so Hawks start off this one with a lead.
Good call, ref. Good call, ref.
And Olin Chamberlain's going to inbound this one to McKie Robertson to get the action started. Ellerbee on the wing. Ball makes its way around to Olin. Jaron off the high screen. Looks to try to penetrate. Nothing there. Ellerbee guarded by Rogers. Step back. Jumper is no good.
One thing to note, Julian McKie starting instead of Will Lesovitz yet again.
Yeah, Will Lesovitz still in street clothes, so he will not be playing in this afternoon's game. It's his 2nd game in a row due to injuries.
Gavin Pennington gets ready to check
already
in.
Ready to check in.
That's quick.
Jenkins for 3. That's going to be Isaiah Johnson from deep right wing. He takes the lead back for the Vikings.
Impressive shot right there. Chamberlain was in his face. He just manages to ignore the contest.
Robertson looking to penetrate. High pressure man-to-man defense brought by the Vikings.
A lot of dribble handoffs.
Lot of dribble handoffs indeed. Quick swing to Jaron McKie from the wing. That one's going to be off the mark.
McKie, top performer yesterday, can't get the first shot to fall.
Johnson comes down with it, looks to attack on the left. Good defense by Olin. Step back jumper is no good, and here come the Hawks. McKie Robertson in transition, down the lane, loses control, and they're going to say it's Vikings basketball.
I thought that was poked out, but you can't lose it right there. McKie pushes it a little too hard and doesn't kick.
Olin picking up Johnson full court. Johnson, like we said, the 3-star, top 50 player in the state of California, top 50 point guard in his class. Johnson off the pump fake, drives, left-handed floater is pure. 5 points for the Vikings, 5 points for Isaiah Johnson. Ellerbee down the lane, wasting no time and laying it up over James Bass, his 6'10 frame.
Giant slaying move right there.
Great take there by the Florida Gulf Coast commit. Newt at half court. McKie contesting. Deuce Newt goes up, and that's a great shot there by the smaller guard. Julian McKie in transition. He can't finish on the reverse.
Hard to finish when you're with Bass breathing down your neck.
And Rogers decides to pull it from deep. That one's going to be short.
Thankfully.
Robertson in the corner. Nice pump fake. Gets Rogers jumping. Shot from Chamberlain is good from deep. Olin Chamberlain from downtown.
Chamberlain was a man on fire from beyond the arc yesterday. Hopefully he can keep that going today.
Johnson comes off the screen, set by Bass. Takes Julian McKie all the way to the rim. And the ref's going to get number 10 with a foul on the floor.
Julian McKie, you know, he's been a great hustle guy for the Hawks. Has played himself into the starting lineup as just a freshman.
Miscommunication here, not too sure. Oh, so Hawks go into a 2-3 zone. Jordan Ellerbee comes out. Gavin Pennington checks in. This matchup 2-3 is kind of what they've been rotating between that and man-to-man. Deuce Newt off the pump fake, steps back, decides not to pull it. Hamilton fakes the pass to the corner, pulls it from beyond the arc. That one's no good. Here comes Pennington in the offense. Gav Pennington, nice pump fake. Gets Johnson to jump. Chamberlain between the legs, down the lane, hop-stepping on the left side. Nice little hook shot.
Not often you see him slashing. Normally he's that perimeter type scorer, showing he can go both ways.
Johnson off the screen, set by Bass. It's good from Isaiah Johnson from beyond the arc.
Yeah, McKie and Pennington kind of got held up right there. Not sure if they should switch or not. Johnson takes advantage of the stall.
McKie from deep responds quickly. Trading threes here at Sierra Vista. Johnson comes off the screen, set by Bass. Bass now on the pick and roll. Down low, got a mismatch on Robertson, decides to settle for the post fade, no good.
Gosh, you know, he's 6'10", 200. I feel you have to back a man down right there.
McKie driving. Floater is no good. Julian on the putback gets stripped by Deuce Newt. And that ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay St. Joe's Prep.
I feel Bass is going to be the X factor.
Matchup 2-3 for St. Joe's Prep. Johnson decides to pull. From deep. Again, Isaiah Johnson connects.
The miscommunication there in the zone. You cannot leave Johnson that type of space. He's made them pay every single time he's gotten it.
Every single time, indeed. Getting his hand in the passing lane. James Bass now looks to turn defense and offense in transition. Ball tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of Bass's leg. And so it'll be St. Joe's Prep ball, but a little bit of a scare there in transition.
What a leg for it to go off of.
Chamberlain gets it to Julian McKie. Julian to Jaron. Jaron from deep. He hits. Bullseye. Jaron McKie from deep.
Future Dayton Flyer showing exactly why he's going there. Highest ranked recruit on this team, and his shooting is a major reason why.
Timeout called on the floor.
Can only assume it's by Campbell Hall.
Yeah, I agree. But regardless, so far, a very nice start to this game for the Prep. Olin Chamberlain has really been their go-to guy so far. A quick three and then a nice take on the left-hand side for him. For Campbell Hall, it's really been all Isaiah Johnson. I mean, he's been unconscious from three to start this one off, controlling the pace of the game for sure for the 25th best team in California.
Agreed. I mean, aside from Colorado, also had an abundance of offers from basically every mid-major this side of the Mississippi. I mean, Weber State, a bunch of UC schools, New Mexico State.
Picked up full court by Chamberlain. Johnson up top, gets it away to Newt. This 2-3 matchup zone is really causing some trouble for this Campbell Hall team. Flashing middle is Bass. Bass left resort to his pivot foot. Nice block there by Julian McKie. Bass gets it off the block. Once again, goes up for the floater. That one's no good.
The physicality of Julian McKie right there, taking it to the guy.
Jaron into the lane, wasting no time, and up and above the hand of the 6'10 big.
Incredible finishing, maneuvering around the giant. Pennington gets called.
Yeah, Gab Pennington gets called for a reach-in foul on Isaiah Johnson. Hawks' second team foul. Third team foul, excuse me. Wait. They gave it to the wrong team. I was going to say they gave it to the wrong team on the scoreboard.
Sure did.
Johnson, pressured heavy in the backcourt. Foul called on Olin Chamberlain. It's going to be the team's third team foul.
Now we're right.
Johnson just seems to be getting no help in the backcourt. Makes it hard for him to break this press. Finally gets a screen set by Noyce. He's going to pull once again. No good, but rebounded by Bass. Put back is good, but after a foul called on Jaron McKie.
3 fouls in the span of about 20 seconds. Not good for the Hawks.
Baseline out of bounds for the Vikings. Quick pass to Newt in the corner. Ellerbee's out on that quickly. Hamilton to Johnson. Johnson drives baseline. Pull-up jumper is off the mark. Jordan Ellerbee hauls in the rebound. Ellerbee looking ahead. Throws it right into the hands of Isaiah Johnson.
Got to lead the receiver more. Had Jaron just too close.
Chamberlain wanting the jump ball. Ref said he got his hand tied up with Isaiah Johnson's instead. It'll be another foul on Olin Chamberlain, and Isaiah Johnson will take a trip to the line to shoot 2.
5 fouls against the Hawks. I believe that puts Campbell Hall in the bonus after the next one. With the next foul.
The next one, yeah. Miles Peterson looking to check in the game for the Hawks with 55 seconds left to go in this first quarter. First free throw finds the bottom of the bucket. Christian Rogers checks in for the Vikings. Second one follows. A lot of time here. They're not playing shot clock in this one. They have the shot clock up, but it's not been running this whole first quarter. As I say that, Isaiah Johnson strips Jordan Ellerbee and decides to just lay it up with class on the left side. Not what you want to see there on that offensive possession. Nice job, though, by Johnson. Robertson now turning this one over, and they're going to get with an offensive foul. So before he lost control of the basketball, offensive foul called on McKie Robertson. Timeout St. Joe's Prep. It's going to be Campbell Hall basketball.
I didn't really get that foul call.
I thought he lost control of the ball.
Yeah.
But they're not shooting because it's an offensive foul, so
could be worse.
Just giving them possession back. Tie game now after that steal and go coast to coast by Isaiah Johnson.
Agreed. Both teams are clearly neck and neck.
For the Hawks, like we said, it's been really all tournament except for yesterday. Been that kind of taking that as a marathon, not a sprint. You want to play all 4 quarters. They started off hot here, but slowly this lead dwindles. We
Yeah.
wonder if they can kind of hone back in.
Halftime lead slipped away against the Basha Bears and Mason McGee. And then the Timpview game, well,
There never really was a lead.
yeah, I can't say it slipped away.
Rogers looks to attack on the right. Pennington pressure high up top on the sophomore.
Just harassing the man.
Deuce Hamilton. And the ball finds its way back out to the 3-star. Johnson off the screen, set. Swings it around. Christian Rogers from the corner connects. 3-point lead now for the Vikings. Time expires here, and that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. 20-17, Campbell Hall.
Hall takes their first lead in a major part of the game.
Yeah. Overall, not how you wanted to see that one end. I mean, great ball movement there by Campbell Hall. Seemed like everyone had the ball for less than a second there. Hawks just couldn't keep up. And Christian Rogers
Have to close out on that
made
perimeter
their
better.
pay. Yeah.
The shooting from three-point land is what's really driving the
is.
Hawks down.
It is. And then turnovers towards the end of that. I mean, we had the Jordan Ellerbee turnover, and then we had the McKie Robertson offensive foul. Campbell Hall capitalized on both of those. For the Hawks, though, I mean, a lot of positives to take away from those first 5, 6, 7 minutes of that first quarter. I mean, great defensive effort, really just need to stop Isaiah Johnson. Olin Chamberlain has played very well. Jaron McKie also has played very well. Not seen too much of Jordan Ellerbee yet. Or McKie Robertson, for that matter.
True. Also missing from the rotation, Harry Barnes has been getting some minutes yet to sub in.
Yeah, Barnes is yet to sub in. Pennington has played a decent amount of minutes so far. He's been a solid defensive candidate. For the Hawks to start the second quarter, it's Pennington, Ellerbee, McKie, Robertson, and Peterson. For Campbell Hall, we have Johnson, Noyce, Hamilton, Bass, and Rogers. Rogers passing this one, oh, I just totally lost my train of thought.
Yeah. Bass gets called instantly for a foul.
He's going to get McKie Robertson on the arm there, so Miles Peterson will take this one out baseline, and Hawks' first offensive chance here on this one. Miscommunication, trying to sub in Julian McKie. Ref doesn't see him.
He's standing there since the beginning of the quarter.
Ellerbee on the wing. Cross-court pass to Pennington in the corner. Nice ball movement here made by the Hawks. Someone's got a flash middle. McKie does.
Passes just taking too long in the air. The guys are open.
There's not a lot of movement either on the offensive side. Pennington pumps and drives baseline, kicks it back out to Jordan. Jordan off the dribble. Shot is no good.
Honestly, I kind of thought Pennington had that drive.
He did. Johnson off the screen, set by Noyce. Now pulls it back out. Bass gives him another screen. It's been a lot of high screens set for Johnson. Sees what he can do. Hamilton pulls from the corner. That one is no good.
Got lucky right there. Jaron really sagged off.
Nice pass there by McKie Robertson, advancing the basketball, but blocked at the rim was Miles Peterson. And here comes Deuce Hamilton. Hamilton out to Johnson. Johnson calls for a screen, and Miles Peterson jumps it pretty well. Bass pulls from deep land. Off the mark. Tipped out of bounds by Deuce Hamilton. St. Joe's Prep.
I would have been really scared if Bass hit that.
I mean, a 6'10 big, knocking down threes.
Yeah. UT Martin's getting lucky.
Pennington checks out of the game for Julian McKie. So it's the starters minus Olin Chamberlain. 2-1-2 kind of zone pressure put on by Campbell Hall, and it works, resulting in a Hawks turnover.
I don't know if I'd really credit that to the pressure, though. It just kind of seemed like
It was a bad pass. But
off-kilter pass, yeah. Hawks still in their matchup 2-3.
Ellerbee giving Johnson no room to breathe. And that's really just what you got to do. Not a lot of movement here on this Campbell Hall offense. It's really just going to be Bass on this one in the post.
Bass
Floater is not pure.
delivers a mighty elbow to the chin.
Down the left side, blocked by Bass, but Julian McKie comes swooping in like a hawk with the follow-up.
McKie takes the elbow right to the chest from Bass, comes right down and gets the putback. Have to admire it.
Noyce takes a seat. Sejan Bristol now in for the Vikings. Sideline out of bounds here, and it's going to go to none other than Mr. Isaiah Johnson.
Who else?
Dayton commit versus Colorado commit up top. Bass in the lane, turns around. Nice find there to Bristol. He just can't connect.
Not a generous rim right there. Triple bounce out.
Ellerbee pivoting in the lane, trying to get something going. He doesn't. And Bristol's going to come behind now, picks his pocket. In the lane, goes up, denied by Jordan Ellerbee.
Ellerbee just looked like he was jogging the whole time, both on the turnover and on the block. And as I was talking about, Harry Barnes now comes in.
Yeah, Barnes checks in for Robertson, but back to that Ellerbee play, just waiting on that left hip. As soon as he saw him up, he went up with him and met him at that rim.
Barnes immediately, quick deflection, grabbed by Johnson. He'll be out of bounds.
St. Joe's Prep ball.
Active hands right there.
Harry Barnes checks in. The difference is made.
Going to Boston College, although not committed for basketball.
Barnes reverses the court to Peterson. Peterson driving baseline. They're going to get James Bass with a foul before the shot on the floor.
Yeah, it would have been a generous continuation if they gave it.
Yeah. Jaron McKie taking this one out now for the Hawks. He's just going to float this one over to Jordan Ellerbee. Mismatch up top. Now Campbell Hall looks to bring sort of a matchup zone of their own.
I agree. Jordan Ellerbee in a quagmire gets called for that jump ball.
Still going to say in possession of St. Joe's Prep, they have the arrow.
Yeah. Ellerbee just wound up in the middle of everything.
Yeah, he's kind of that guy who wants to get to the rim, wants to slash, and it's not really going to work against a 2-3 zone with a 6'10 guy standing down low.
Yeah. Bass just shifts this offense so much.
Ellerbee to Julian McKie in the corner off the mark. Peterson comes down with a rebound, and he hits the hardwood hard.
Great screen by Barnes right there to get Julian McKie 3. He had plenty of space.
Yeah, a lot of off-ball screens we've seen here so far in Vegas. Prep loves that kind of inbound goes to Deuce Hamilton, son of Coatesville native Rip Hamilton. Johnson on the pull-up jumper over Harry Barnes, finds the bottom of the net. Nice pull-up jumper in transition. Barnes in the corner, could have had the shot, doesn't take it. Pressured hard on the sideline by Christian Rogers. It's going to be a turnover on St. Joe's Prep.
Christian Rogers, I mean, a lot shorter than Harry Barnes. He's practically reaching under him right there.
Hamilton on the right side, settles for the pull-up.
Good contest.
Air ball
by the combo of Julian McKie and Harry Barnes.
Great contest. Julian McKie now in the corner. Hamilton gets his get back, but they're actually going to get him for a foul.
Good call right there. I think he got him on the arm, and that's what the ref says.
Yeah, Hamilton has been a very bright spot for this Viking squad. I mean, 2 offers from McNeese State and Long Island. course, basketball obviously runs in the family, like we mentioned a few times before. Son of Rip Hamilton.
We were just talking about the 04 Pistons on one of the broadcasts.
Really?
Yeah. 4 fouls already for Campbell Hall. With over 3 minutes left, that could certainly have an
That
impact.
could definitely help for the Hawks.
And I was talking about the Hawks being at 4 when there was a minute left.
Yeah. First one is no good for McKie. Second one finds its way in. Chris Paul II now checks into the game for the Vikings. And if you can't guess who he's the son of at home, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Third one is good. 2 for 3 for Julian McKie.
I have a question. Did you say Chris Paul II?
It is. It's technically Chris Paul II.
No junior? Huh.
I'm just going to say Paul on the wing. Nice ball movement there by Campbell Hall. Results in a 3 by Bristol in the corner off the mark. Chris Paul comes in with the rebound.
Can we call him CP11? I'm serious.
Pull-up jumper does not fall for Rogers. And Chris Paul II now pulls from the left wing. No good. Here comes Jordan Ellerbee in transition like a freight train down the lane. Nice dish to McKie at the end of it. Julian McKie finishes the job.
Bounding down the court. Look at that speed from Ellerbee.
No one wanted to get in front of him. They all kind of moved out his way. They said, here, you go.
Reminds me of the lead up to his poster in the Imatep game.
Rogers finds the man in the middle. Now ball movement down low. Saved almost by Lou Noyce, but they're going to say his toe caught the baseline.
Good call, ref.
Deuce Newt checks back into the game.
Deuce Newt offer from Grambling University.
20 points in their last game against St. Augustine yesterday. Definitely a guy who can score. Zone pressure kind of trapping 2-1-2 brought by the Vikings, and it results in a turnover travel on Jordan Ellerbee.
Yeah, heavy pressure right there brought by Paul.
And I like what Campbell Hall does is they kind of like, they use it sometimes, but they don't use it every single time because the Hawks don't really know when it's coming. And when they spring it on you, it keeps them on their toes, yeah.
Pressure before even the half-court line by Barnes and Chamberlain.
Paul gets it back out to Johnson. Johnson calls for a high screen on his right. Chamberlain tries to go over it. Instead, he can't. Barnes off the switch. Just not enough. Isaiah Johnson on the left side once again. Seems like he almost has all their points.
Weaves around Julian McKie midair.
Ellerbee trying to use his hop step, but Lou Noyce held on to that one. Jump ball. Vikings possession arrow.
Ellerbee, third turnover of the game in just the first half.
Minute 55, 6, left. In this one. Robertson and McKie back in the game for Ellerbee and Barnes. And here comes the floor general. Same high screen set by Lou Noyce. Instead, this time he's going to kick it to Newt. Newt from deep. Off the mark. Robertson hauls that one in over Paul.
Moving screen and a half right there by Sahan Bristol. Sajan.
McKie Robertson looking to make something happen on the perimeter. Swings it to Jaron McKie. Jaron McKie from deep. Bullseye! Jaron McKie extends the lead to 4.
What a shot. He just manages to make it look easy. Gives the Hawks the momentum shot they need.
Hawks
every
with
time.
pressure. Almost tipped away by Jaron McKie. Paul comes away with it, and it's going to be a timeout called by Coach David Grace.
That would have been a momentum dunk and a half. He managed to bring it down.
I like the Hawks there, though, bringing the intensity, kind of giving Campbell Hall a taste of their own medicine, jumping Johnson as soon as he comes over that half-court line with the trap.
Last thing you want your opponent to be is comfortable.
Exactly. And that's what they do. Here, ladies and gentlemen, like we said before, this ends a 4-game stretch in Las Vegas, Nevada, here for the Hawks in the Tarkanian Classic. The first 2 games on Thursday?
Yeah.
Ended up not what we expected. Yeah, lost to a very solid number 54 ranked in the country Timpview team, and then later that evening a loss to a number 76 ranked in the country Basha High School team from Arizona. kind of honed it back in yesterday against Jaron McCain's alma mater in Corona Centennial. And they're now looking to go 2-2. Hawks bring the trap off the inbound and pressure on the near sideline. They're going to get Peterson with a foul on Christian Rogers.
Yeah, that's correct. Peterson came a little too far up, blocked too much of his path.
Inbound goes to Johnson. Johnson looking to advance the ball up the court. He finds a wide open Christian Rogers, and Rogers dribbles it out, looking to reset the offense. Back up to Johnson up top. Quick pass to Bristol. Bristol from deep. No good. Rebounded by Deuce Newt, the 5'11 guard. Comes away with that one. And now he looks to take Olin Chamberlain to the hole. Quick dish out to Bristol. Bristol drives. Baseline. Pump faking. Up and under is good.
That's smart basketball right there.
Nice job there by Jaron Bristol getting Jaron McKie jumping on the pump fake. Robertson on the far wing. Back up top to Chamberlain. Four-star sophomore with the pull-up jumper.
Pretty clear blocking foul right there. 5th against Campbell Hall in the quarter.
And that's going to send McKie Robertson to the line to shoot a pair. Fouls hurt you. Fouls hurt you, man.
Sure do.
Robertson looking to extend this lead to what would be 4 if he converts on both. Kai Robertson, of course, 41st ranked sophomore in the country. Transferred this past season to St. Joe's Prep. Offers from schools like Samford, Villanova, University of Texas, El Paso.
Sang out UTEP. Respect. Bold move, man. What I would give to see McKie Robertson at Villanova.
Nova versus Creighton, 1 o'clock.
Eric Dixon's dropping 30.
Johnson at half court, picked up by the sophomore. Gets some separation off a Lou Noyes screen. Johnson, quick kick to Rogers. Rogers looks to go baseline, fading away. Jumper is no good. 2 seconds left. They turn it over. Johnson now with the heave at the buzzer. He won't get it off in time, and that'll do it for this first half here at Sierra Vista High School, where your score is 30 to 26 in favor of your St. Joe's Prep Hawks.
That's a great half of basketball.
It is a great half of basketball. The Hawks did a nice job, kind of got away with it. Kind of got away from that great basketball at the end of that first quarter. Really honed it back in the second. Did a nice job of extending the lead to now what is 4 going into this break.
I mean, yeah, basketball's a game of runs. It's not always going to go in your favor.
True.
What matters is that you can answer back.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for us for first half action here in Las Vegas. Make sure to stay tuned for Hawk Talk at the half with myself and Dom in just a minute. 30 to 26 is your score here in favor of your St. Joe's Prep Hawks. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Sierra Vista High School here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the final day of the Tarkanian Classic, where your St. Joe's Prep Hawks currently lead the Campbell Hall Vikings by a score of 30-26. I'm Gavin Heinerichs, joined by my color analyst for this afternoon, Dominic Schalk. Dom, we got 16 more minutes left to play out here in Vegas. What did you see in that first 16? What can they improve on in that second 16 for the Hawks?
So an incredible offensive performance from both Olin, Chamberlain, and Jaron McKie. I think they have been the main catalysts for the Hawks so far.
And then some bench players have also chipped in, too. I mean, Miles Peterson did a nice job. I know Julian McKie started this game, but he's also done a great job on the boards and containing James Bass down low.
Agreed. Some incredible defensive possessions, a block or two. I think what the Hawks really need is for their other two stars, Jordan Ellerbee and McKie Robertson, to start getting more involved on the offensive end.
Yeah, they kind of didn't look like they got into a rhythm there in that first half, and like you said, you kind of need a rhythm. You need to get that rhythm kind of flowing. You need to get your game kind of moving, and just was unable to make that happen in the first window. Let's see if they can make it happen in the second half. For the Vikings, though, I mean, not something to shy away. Only down 4 points. This game's far from over. What did they do well in this first half? What can they try to improve on to make a run at taking home their second win?
I think really what they need is a more dominant performance in the post by James Bass.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have tallest player on the Hawks is 6'5".
Yeah, Bass has been like nearly irrelevant.
Bass is 6'10", and quite frankly, you would not know it from the way he's playing.
Yeah, maybe grabbed a board, maybe grabbed a few boards.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
smacked the floor really loudly when Julian blocked him.
Outside of that, though, nothing at all, really, for him. It's been all Isaiah Johnson, and that's kind of expected. I mean, the Colorado commit, easily the best player.
Agreed.
Looks like they're ready here at Sierra Vista. It'll be St. Joe's Prep basketball to start off this one. He said 16 more minutes out here of basketball for the Hawks in Vegas. It's been a great tournament so far, especially starting yesterday. Seen some highlights, seen some things that they can kind of improve on and stuff that they can take away as they make their way back to Philadelphia.
I think coming out 2-2 in this tournament, beating two high-caliber teams would be a really good sign for PCL play.
Ellerbee, cross-court pass to Chamberlain. Chamberlain drives down low. Nice one, fine to McKie Robertson in the corner. That one is no good. Johnson in transition. Slows it down and calls for a high screen on the right. Doesn't use it, goes left. Right at McKie, blocked by Robertson, though, at the rim.
Campbell Hall's coach calling for a pin and a goaltend.
Deuce Snoot responds quickly, though, with a three-point ball of his own.
I doubt they're complaining now.
Chamberlain, quick pass to Julian. It's going to be swung back out to Jordan Ellerbee. A nice pin there, though, on the defensive end by McKie Robertson. Really getting up there.
Agreed. One of the bounciest players on this prep team.
Ellerbee comes off the screen. Bass tries to jump it. Nice move by Ellerbee into a three-point attempt.
I'd be terrified if I saw James Bass running at me.
Bass comes down with the rebound.
That's a
Johnson Off the screen, swings it to Hamilton. Hamilton jab stepping into a three-point shot in the face of Jordan Ellerbee. Lead now swings in favor of the Vikings.
Viking shooters have awakened, not just Johnson, and that's what the Hawks really need to get here too.
Jaron McKie with a three-point try of his own. McKie Robertson going in for the rebound. It's tipped out by Noyce, and here come the Campbell Hall Vikings. In the corner, Deuce Newt for three.
Fortunate miss right there. Had all the time in the world.
Chamberlain to McKie. Jaron McKie from deep connects.
It's always Jaron. Whenever the Hawks need a shot to quell momentum or to keep their run going, he's there on that wing to make a three.
Great shot there by Jaron McKie. Gives the Hawks the lead again.
Clear
Jordan
blocking
Ellerbee
foul.
called for the blocking foul on Isaiah Johnson.
I think that might be his third of the game. Definitely had one earlier.
Yeah, it's kind of been an issue for Jordan Ellerbee. He got in foul trouble yesterday also against Corona Centennial. High screen set once again. Johnson on that left side. Swings it out to Hamilton. Hamilton wide open three just off the mark.
Fortunate miss, but you can't rely on them missing those types of opportunities.
Robertson to Chamberlain. Nice pump fake by Olin. Quick kick to Julian McKie in the corner. No good. Jordan Ellerbee with the rebound. The putback rolls around and not in.
Gets another board. He can't put that one up.
And
Then
second chance
there.
points don't go their way on that one.
Neither did the third chance.
Into the lane. Scooping is Newt. Follow up by Bass is no good. Bass takes it out of Julian McKee's hands, and now it's going to be a foul on James Bass. St. Joe's prep ball. A lot of second chance points there for Campbell Hall, though.
Wholly over the back foul right there. But Bass, just not the touch you want to see around the rim. Can't finish that.
McKie staring into the eyes of Rogers. Johnson. Isaiah Rogers yesterday on Corona Centennial. It's Isaiah Johnson today on Campbell Hall. Foul called on what I believe is James Bass. He'll check out of the game. I would say usually is a relief for the Hawks, but he hasn't done much.
Agreed.
Still always a positive to take the 6'10 guy, though, out of the mix. Nice pass there from Jaron McKie to his brother Julian. Quick between the legs move and down the lane goes Jordan Ellerbee with the left-handed finish.
FGCU's big recruit, going there with former prep player Tristan Gillette.
And former PCL player Jaron Williams from Archbishop Ryan, who ended the prep season last year. McKie Robertson, hand in the passing lane, gets the tip, has to heave it to save himself from going out of bounds. Johnson comes up with it, pull-up three is no good, but Julian McKie gets his arm on the way up. He'll take a trip to shoot three.
You didn't have to bring up the Darren Williams shot, man. We beat that team in the regular season. Hawks 5th in the first PIAA Pennsylvania basketball ranking.
Yeah.
Only behind Roman, Judge, Carroll, and Imatep.
Yeah.
Imatep obviously lost to by 8 earlier this season.
Mm-hmm. That also slates them up as the 4 seed in the PCL, which would mean they make the Palestra this year. First one from Johnson.
Commentating at
is
the
good.
Palestra. Life could be a dream, man.
Yeah.
You did it last year, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Second one also falls. Called the Cave Goss buzzer beater.
Wow.
Yeah. Such a cool vibe, the Palestra and PCL playoffs and stuff. Second one also. Third one, follows.
Prep Roman's going to be at a nice location. Holy Family University. I think that'll be a pretty good environment.
Chamberlain on the wing to Ellerbee. Back up top. Ellerbee off the pass from Jaron. 4-3! Downtown Jordan Ellerbee extends this lead.
What a clean shot. I don't even think it knew the rim existed.
Nothing but net on that attempt. Nice ball movement by Campbell Hall. Jaron McKie scrambling. Now here comes Julian to contest Deuce Hamilton's shot. It's not enough. Deuce Hamilton, have yourself a game.
Hamilton is really awoken in the second half. He's kind of a non-factor earlier.
Chamberlain back up to Ellerbee. Ellerbee with the pump fake. Now looks to pass it to Robertson off the pick and roll. Rolls off McKie Robertson's foot. And now Isaiah Johnson with the basketball in the corner. Johnson to Newt. Newt from deep. Rebound by Ellerbee.
Pass was a bit high, messed up Newt's jumper.
Chamberlain in transition. No contest. No good.
Julian McKie tries to draw the foul right there. Embellishes a little.
Hamilton, pull-up jumper again from deep. Also no good. I'm saying no good a lot, but
yeah.
That's what it's been. Back and forth threes that have not fallen. Jordan Ellerbee, 3 chances on that layup. None of them fall.
Andre Drummond-esque.
Isaiah Johnson goes downhill right at Julian McKie. Draws the foul. Can't finish.
You'll like to see that at least. I mean, an and one to come out of that chaotic sequence would really be a boon to Campbell Hall.
Gab Pennington now at the scorer's table for the Hawks. Isaiah Johnson to the line to shoot 2. First one does not go.
I'm not complaining.
Pennington in for Ellerbee. It's probably been the shortest bench the Hawks have run.
Yeah, only going 8 men.
Yeah. This whole tournament. And we thought it was going to be a lot shorter, but just since this tournament started, it's been a lot of 9 guys.
So Liam
10
O'Connor.
guys.
So Liam O'Connor, I believe.
Jaden Doctor yesterday as well.
Hit a big 3.
He did. Jaron McKie on the pull-up baseline jumper is good for the Hawks. He's just so good.
To be fair, Doctor didn't come in until, I mean, kind of right where we are in the game right now.
Newt takes Pennington in the paint. Floater does not connect.
May see some of him.
And now it's Deuce Hamilton on Jaron McKie. McKie with 2 quick crossovers, dishes to Chamberlain. Chamberlain in the corner from deep. No good. Nice rebound, though, by Julian McKie. Gives the Hawks the offensive possession. McKie Robertson, 1 step, pull up, 3-ball hits.
Robertson, normally that slashing type, but the jump shot works, and he makes him pay a little.
They have.
Feels like the vibe is much more positive.
They have, yeah. I agree. Just great basketball overall. Not much else to it. Shots are falling. They're playing as a team.
Yeah, we can watch it in Vegas, man.
Defense is clicking as well.
Agreed. Hawks are playing inspired.
Yeah, they are. They've also been able to contain Isaiah Johnson. I don't want to speak too soon, but so far in this second half, I know we're only about 6 minutes in. He hasn't been doing as much as he did in the first half. He's still getting to the rim and stuff like that, but it seemed like he almost had 20 points in that first half.
Agreed. Ellerbee and Miles Peterson get ready to check
Yeah, they don't come in off the timeout, but they are at the scorer's table for the next stop ball. Pennington picking up Johnson full court. Johnson gets a double screen, comes off of it. Jumper in the lane.
Tough
Contested
shot.
by Olin Chamberlain. Very tough shot.
I mean, he can make those, but not all the time.
McKie hands it off to Robertson. Robertson with confidence from deep. No good.
Best thing to shoot with is confidence.
Johnson now pulls it out. Does not have the numbers. Looks to go back. Swings it out to Newt. Newt downhill drive. Tries to float it over Julian McKie, and they're going to get McJulian with another foul.
McKie gets a little too antsy right there. Dives forward and pretty clear body contact foul.
Deuce Newt now to the line to shoot a pair. You wonder if that puts Julian McKie in foul trouble.
I think it certainly does. Will he be coming off here? Yep. Both the
He
McKees
will.
come off.
Both McKees check out. Peterson and Ellerbee in for the Hawks. Lead still at a solid 3 points for St. Joe's Prep, but their next foul committed puts Campbell Hall in the bonus. That's something to look out for. Here comes Chamberlain. Hands it off to Ellerbee. Newt jumps that one. Olin Chamberlain wide open in the corner. Tries to attack baseline. Hop stepping. Passes to Robertson. Robertson from the top of the key. Bottoms McKie Robertson.
Nothing but net right there. McKie Robertson showcasing his shooting ability.
Haven't really known him as a shooter so far yet this season. Showing us he can get it done from beyond the arc as well as in the paint in this one. Bass in the post. Back out to Newt. Deuce Newt in the corner. Now up top to Johnson. Johnson tries the left side. Nowhere to go. Newt off the screen set by Bass. He pulls from deep. No good. McKie Robertson takes that one away from James Bass off the glass. Robertson spinning into the lane. Right hand, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes up strong and draws the foul. McKie Robertson doing it all in these past few possessions for St. Joe's Prep.
Robertson just playing like a man on fire right now. He's really showing off how he's one of the highest ranked sophomores in the country. 41st to be exact, right?
41st.
Per his class, might be one of the highest ranking recruits we've ever seen from Prep.
Maybe besides Jaron McKee's.
He's top.
He is,
100.
he is top 100, but he is not in his class. Yeah, he is probably the top. Yeah, you're right. Connor Patakis checks in the game for Olin Chamberlain.
Patakis, I believe that's his first minutes of the tournament, right? Seen Liam O'Connor, seen Jaden Doctor, but I think him, Mike Gallagher, and John Barkley have been the ones not checking.
He got in. I think he got in the Timfew game at the end of it for like a minute.
Maybe.
He got in the Timfew game.
I try to forget the Timfew game. Remember, Patakis got a solid amount of minutes against Thurgood Marshall.
He did.
Big 20-point win.
Patakis kind of in to try to body up James Bass down low is what I'm thinking Coach Harrigan's thought process is. Robertson looks to jump the gun on that pass, gets back into the defensive position, though. Johnson pulls from deep. It's good. Isaiah Johnson making sure that the Vikings don't go away. Robertson now on the offensive side of things. 16 seconds left to go. Pass it to Patakis in the high post. He hands it off to Ellerbee. Jordan Ellerbee dribbling down low. Has Patakis in the corner. Doesn't get it out anywhere. And it's going to be a travel called on Jordan Ellerbee.
Fourth turnover of the game for him. It's just, he seems to be the main target.
Sideline on a bounce play. Noyce advances it to Newt. Newt guarded tightly by McKie Robertson. Tries to get anything he can. And textbook defense by McKie Robertson. Doesn't even allow Newt to get a shot off.
Hawks 3-point lead going in to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That's exactly where you want to be, I feel.
I agree.
They're in the driver's seat of this game.
They are in the driver's seat. 47-44 is your score here from Sierra Vista. 8 more minutes left of basketball for the Hawks.
Going home 2-2 in Vegas, I think that would be a really good sign for how they fare against those top teams in PA I mentioned. This is a team that can compete and can win against teams like Roman, Judge, and Carroll.
I agree. This is the year to do it, too.
Agreed. I mean, Jaron McKie, Olin Chamberlain, Jordan Ellerbee, all seniors.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah. This is the year to do it.
And McKie Robertson transferring in.
Robertson transferring in. You got Will Lesvit. You got a strong bench core with Pennington and Harry Barnes, Miles Peterson. They're kind of showing their value to this team in this tournament as well.
Peterson, only a sophomore.
One more quarter of basketball. For the Hawks, it's Miles Peterson, McKie Robertson, Jordan Ellerbee, Gav Pennington. The fifth one still remains. Is it going to be Patakis? Is it going to be McKie? It's going to be McKie.
Patakis, I don't know if we'll see any more of him this game.
Noyce, Johnson, Newt, Bass, and Rogers out there for the Vikings. Rogers calls for the high screen. Pennington jumps the gun. Rogers looks to go left, steps back on the three attempt. It gets the friendly roll.
Uses his size advantage against Pennington. Drives a shoulder into him. Creates good space.
Isaiah Johnson from deep once again. McKie Robertson dicing through the lane. Dishes it out to Peterson. Peterson now on the downhill drive. He's rejected by Bass at the rim. Finds a cutting Jaron McKie. McKie goes up strong on the right. No good. James Bass pulls it in.
Tight window on the pass. I'm impressed by Peterson for making it.
Rogers from NBA land laced it. Wow. 6 points for Johnson. 6 points for Campbell Hall in this fourth quarter.
Vikings begin to build momentum.
Ellerbee downhill, dribbles it off his foot. Another turnover for the senior. Johnson pressured by Pennington. All the way down on the left side, and one. He's going to say it's on the floor. No shot.
Great call. It's totally not on the floor.
great call, ref. Like, that was really great. Yeah, like, for sure.
Vikings bench is fuming. I don't blame them. What's the matter, man? No review?
Peterson checks out. Julian McKie checks in.
That was not him.
And I kind of said in the last quarter, I don't want to speak too soon because they were doing a nice job at shutting Isaiah Johnson down. He might have heard me.
Yeah, nice one there, Gav.
Bass in the lane, gets McKie jumping off the pump fake, finishes with ease on the left side.
Nearly got the end one anyway. Could have leaned into McKie a little more in the air.
Sleeping Giant starts to come awake. Ellerbee at half court. Gets it to Jaron. McKie switches it to Pennington. Pennington tries to attack on the dish to Julian. Julian looks to go baseline. No one's there. McKie Robertson, confidence pull from deep, no good. McKie over the back of Christian Rogers. He tries to finish on the right side. Ref still contemplating what the foul is. It's going to be a illegal box out, a bad box out on Christian Rogers. Say St. Joe's prep ball.
I would have preferred just the and one on the shot. But
yeah.
Suppose Campbell Hall did just get a and one taken from them as well.
Ellerbee looking to try to get this one in as 5 seconds is starting to run out. That one's tipped on the way up. They're going to say it went out of bounds on Julian McKie. I don't see that at all.
Yeah, I feel that was definitely off Bass.
I mean, I don't think Julian McKie would shoot a basketball like that.
Yeah.
Let alone that far out of bounds.
Akin to my 6th grade CYO form. 4 points in 4 years, not to brag.
Miscommunication on the floor. Not too sure what the holdup is. We finally get back into the action. Johnson picked up full court by Ellerbee. Ellerbee letting him blow by him, it seems like. And Johnson trying to find a backdoor cutting Noyce on the left. Said it's going to result in a turnover.
Gonna let it roll up, save a little time.
Yeah, you want to save a little bit of time. Why not? Robertson to Chamberlain. Chamberlain now guarded by Lou Noyce. Jaron McKie on the left side goes up strong for the floater. A lot of contact there. They're going to get Deuce Newt with the foul. Ellerbee to the line.
Relatively clean fourth quarter so far. Only 3 fouls.
Yeah. Clean first quarter in that sense, but
agreed.
In a basketball non-turnover kind of sense, not a clean first quarter. Not a clean fourth quarter for the Hawks.
Plenty of chaos.
McKie sinks his first one, cuts the lead down to 4. Second one on the way. It follows.
Good moving.
It follows.
Yeah, it's a really good arm moving. I'm serious.
Can't say I've ever seen that one. Johnson on the right, spinning to the left, just trying anything at this point. Double clutch, fadeaway shot. Almost gets the friendly roll. Regardless, he's fouled by Jordan Ellerbee, and he'll take another trip to the charity stripe.
Draws yet another foul. Coach Sandor walks over to the score. I think he might be checking how many fouls Ellerbee has.
Isaiah Johnson, a great pickup for Colorado.
Yeah.
I mean, I was expecting him to be good, but this good.
I mean, he's, not to say only, but he's only 281 nationally.
Yeah. I agree.
He certainly performed better than Slim Rogers last game. He was top
100.
Did.
Could be that seniority, too. He is a senior.
Yeah.
McKie on the drive on the left. Blocked by James Bass at the rim. Pinned off the backboard. And here come the Vikings. Johnson in transition. Decides to settle for the floater. That'll be no good. McKie Robertson off the air ball.
Rushes the floater right there. Doesn't put nearly enough power on it.
Not enough oomph. McKie Robertson tries to kick it to Ellerbee in the corner. Instead, it's going to be a foul on Isaiah Johnson first.
Really tight game right now.
Very tight game.
Hawks have to Hawks down 5 right now. Got to pull this to that type of one-possession game.
Chamberlain on the wing, guarded by Bass. This is a mismatch for sure. Not in favor of Chamberlain. Ellerbee on the pull-up jumper in the face of Christian Rogers. Laces it.
Ellerbee hopefully tuning up the band for a bit of a stronger offensive performance.
I agree. Gonna need it in these last 4 minutes.
Hawks bench clapping, trying to build some momentum.
Johnson dancing with it at half court. Now decides to go on the left, and McKie Robertson with an easy foul call.
Foul and a half.
It's going to stay Vikings ball. It's going to be the Hawks' second or third foul?
Third foul.
Third foul.
They need to update that scoreboard.
Third foul of the quarter. Excuse me. Johnson on the left side goes all the way to the rim and finishes in traffic.
Yeah.
It seemed like every single St. Joe's Prep player was packing that lane and just through the trees. He's able to finish up strong. Robertson, top of the key. Downhill, going right, attacking. James Bass gets up there with the rejection.
Giant was playing lethargic earlier today, playing with a lot more alacrity.
Finally waking up is James Bass. When they need it most, Deuce Newt drives baseline, hits a cutting Bass. Bass looking to go up strong, tipped out though by McKie Robertson. Deuce Newt recovers it for the Vikings.
We'll love to grab him.
And Isaiah Johnson's going to pull it out now. With no shot clock, he can kind of dance with it all he wants. Johnson pulls on the left side, no good, blocked by Jaron McKie. Chamberlain looking to make something happen. He's going into the lane, up strong, rejected by James Bass. Once again, back-to-back blocks.
I'm sorry, you just can't pull that with Bass in your face right
Can't.
there. You need to swing that out if you're Chamberlain.
Wow. Hawks send the double team here.
Timeout for Campbell Hall. Wait, what? Off-ball foul against the Vikings?
Not sure.
Hawks ball, though.
You know what? These refs, Dom, they've really been something. They've been awesome, don't you think?
Yeah, man. Moy Heinerichs.
Julian McKie from deep.
McKie.
No good.
McKie.
I'm not sure what that foul was at all.
Yeah. But McKie, he has not been Julian has not been capitalizing on those opportunities.
I agree.
Corner.
Hawks send the double team with Olin and Jaron, forces Campbell Hall to take another timeout. That'll be their third. So one left for the Vikings. But back to what you were saying, Dom. I mean, Julian McKie, he's done a nice job.
He's had those shots in the corner, though. I think he
just hasn't been able to connect on his threes. Yeah, I agree.
Missed at least 3 of them. Because they're giving him that space, and
they are.
You can't justify that.
Because it's kind of like he's matched up with James Bass, and Bass tries to stay more tethered to the middle. Tethered to the middle of the lane, you know what I mean?
It's a blocking 6-foot-tall Owen Chamberlain merchant.
Yeah. 2 minutes and 53 seconds left in this one. 5 points. So the Hawks must overcome to walk out of here with another W.
We got this. Hawks got this.
They definitely can, and this is like where it shows. Like, this is like where good teams shine. This is where good teams are like made into great teams. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Problem is, Hawks, they were down 5 at 5 minutes. Now it's now it's just under 3 minutes. They're still down by 5.
These past couple minutes, the Hawks have been a very good team.
Can't just be
in the PCL, but when it seems that when push comes to shove.
Yeah. As Peterson comes on.
Yeah, they're going to sub on McKie Robertson because he doesn't have his shirt tucked in?
Good call, ref.
I'm not sure what that is about. Regardless, we're back into play here at Sierra Vista. But what I was saying is Hawks have been a very good team. It's just when push comes to shove in those final couple minutes, they can never really seem to finish in these past couple years.
Agreed.
And another scenario.
I mean, 10-4 in the PCL last year, 18-6 overall.
Yeah. They are a very solid, they're all a very good team.
Yeah.
Bass at the top of the key. Swings it out to Newt. Newt up top to Rogers. Newt now drives on the right-hand side. Tries to push it over Miles Peterson. And they're going to get Miles with a foul.
Bit of a late call right there, but, I mean, I see the justification for it. 4 fouls on the Hawks now.
Yeah, one more, and Campbell Hall is in the bonus. Definitely not something you want to see. Deuce Newt to the line to shoot 2. Newt's been quiet, but he's kind of woken up like everybody else on this Campbell Hall squad in the second half.
Agreed. Newt showing out so far. Misses the first one, though.
Does not connect on the first. Now McKie Robertson checks back in for Miles Peterson after having his shirt tucked in.
Wow. Revolutionary.
I think that's kind of stupid to make him sub out for that.
Yeah, agreed.
Newt's second one is good. 6-point lead now for the Vikings. Ellerbee downhill attacking. Tries to lay it up over Bass. Doesn't get there. Follow up multiple times, both by Julian and Jordan. No good. And now it's going to be a foul on Jordan Ellerbee, sending James Bass to the line to shoot a pair.
Bass, have we even mentioned that he's from Senegal? I feel like we haven't said that so
We
far.
have not.
I feel like that's a relevant thing to
Yeah,
mention.
James Bass, born in Senegal.
Also plays on the EYBL.
Yeah, he plays EYBL. Very solid player.
Yeah, I was going to before I pulled my hammy. That's why it's
Yeah.
important to stretch.
Is that your, like, unk kind of advice?
Yeah.
That's why you stretch, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Chamberlain now swings it to Jaron. Jaron McKie from three-point land. No good.
There.
Follow-up, though, is good. I'm going to get that one to Julian.
Julian or
Jordan?
I'm not sure. I'm just happy one of those tip-ins finally fell. I feel like we've missed like 20 of them today.
Isaiah Johnson scrambling for air. Dishes it off to James Bass. He finishes with ease on the reverse.
Hawks under a minute 30, down 7. They need to go and go quick.
McKie just got to get away with it. Very high pass. Finds its way to the hands of McKie Robertson. Robertson on the left. Tries to finish with the right. No good on the reverse. And Chamberlain going to get called now for the jump ball.
Generous jump
Wow.
ball. Owen Chamberlain looks like a face hugger from Alien.
Wow.
Good call, ref.
Yeah, wow, these refs have really been great. I'm not gonna take away from the aggression from Olin Chamberlain. It just it seemed to me he was giving him like a bear hug almost.
You know, charity's a virtue.
I almost feel like Chamberlain was kind of like jump ball, like trying to like persuade the ref. As like I knew I fouled him, but
I mean he does that every time, but you gotta respect the persistence.
Wow.
Hawks just over a minute right now, down 7. Chamberlain
pulls from deep, no good. Rebounded by Noyce. 7 points and 58 seconds now. Don't even use the Tracy McGrady line.
I won't.
Rogers scrambling, gets it away to Newt, and Newt's going to try to dribble this one out before being fouled by Julian McKie. And now the Hawks play the foul game.
Hawks, I feel you needed to take advantage of them splitting those two earlier free throw sets.
I agree.
I mean, coming down and then not scoring after either of those possessions, letting up that quick lay to base. base that kind of sealed this game.
Bass.
Base. I didn't get a pronunciation guide. Hey, at least I'm not saying Imatep anymore.
True.
Imatep.
2 for 2 for Deuce Newt. Deuce for Deuce, some may say.
Maybe? I'm not sure there, man.
Ellerbee looks to take Bass to the hole, dishes out to Peterson. Peterson for 3. He can't connect. Rogers comes away with it. McKie picks his pocket. Just got a hand in there.
Yeah. Come on, ref. Let him play.
Oh, these refs are horrible.
Hey, at least it's been in favor of us a little bit.
Yeah. It just seems like when push comes to shove down the stretch, it's not the Hawks' game.
Yeah. Same thing happened against Basha. Let him
It
pull
did.
away at the end.
It did. I don't know, they get a little helter-skelter. They just need to play the game that they've been playing, for those 28, 27 minutes beforehand. And for those final 4 or 5 minutes, you got to hone in and just keep playing that way. Rogers picks Chamberlain's pocket. He's going to dribble this one out. Now 23 seconds on the clock. They're going to get it away to Bass, but not before a foul's going to be committed on St. Joe's Prep.
I'm glad they fouled him right there. I really did not want to see Bass dunk that.
Dunk that and just, put the dagger through our...
Yeah. I mean, it's what Mason McKie did to us.
So McKie Robertson did to Corona Centennial yesterday, though.
Yeah. Sorry to Jared McCain. Oh, they're still not making their free throws.
First one, no good.
Brick of the week right there.
Brick of the week. A lot of positives to take from this game, though. They played very solid for the first couple quarters. Halfway through the fourth quarter, though, it kind of just seemed like the wheels fell off in a sense.
Agreed. Down the stretch, this team just needs to have it.
Foul called on James Bass. That'll send Jordan Ellerbee to the line. Sorry, what'd you say?
Bass subs off.
Bass does sub off.
Not subs off. That was
fouls out
for him. That'll make an impact.
Yeah. Yeah. Like 20 seconds left.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just rage break, bro.
First one for Jordan Ellerbee is good. This will end a 4-game stretch in Las Vegas for St. Joe's Prep. Second one to follow. Hawks fall to 1-3 in the tournament, 2-4 on the season.
Hawks get a turnover right
there. Yeah, turnover.
Rogers.
From Isaiah Rogers. Hawks ball. 14 seconds left to go. Gets it into Ellerbee. Ellerbee up the right sideline. Behind the back, creates space. Pulls from three-point land. No good. Johnson's going to come away with it, and they're going to get Miles Peterson with a foul. All right, you can let that play.
Yeah. Come on, big dog.
Player of the game, obviously, has to go to the man standing at the free throw line right now, Isaiah Johnson. Player of the tournament for this Campbell Hall team. I mean, in their last game against St. Augustine, 21 points, 8 assists, and 4 steals. Just an all-around player on the defensive end, offensive end. 8 assists, finds his teammates.
Wow, what a guy.
And he's been able to continue that into this game against St. Joe's Prep.
Makes both right there.
Chamberlain, buzzer-beating layup, 1 second, time expires. Cutting the lead to 8 are your St. Joe's Prep Hawks, but ultimately they fall in this one to the Campbell Hall Vikings.
We got to stop losing these games by 8. Imatep, Basha, Campbell Hall.
Unlucky number.
Yeah. 7's a lucky number. We just got to get one more.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for us here in Las Vegas. I would say I'm looking forward to tomorrow, but there's nothing to look forward to. Tomorrow we fly home back to Philadelphia at 11 6:30, I think it is in the morning. We probably land somewhere around 7. And, yeah, that'll do it for us here in Las Vegas for the Tarkanian Classic. Your Hawks go 1-3 in the tournament, falling in their final game to Campbell Hall by a score of 65-57. Don, you have anything you say before we sign off?
Go Prep.
Go Prep. Ladies and gentlemen, 65-57, your final score in favor of the Campbell Hall Vikings. From Las Vegas, we say good night, Go Prep.